This is Norway, home of breathtaking landscapes, incredible food and some of the most silent firearms technology in the world, and I'm here for all of it. My journey has taken me to meet with Freyr Devik, a company pushing the limits of silencer technology. Inside their factory, I saw firsthand how these incredible sound moderators are made. I got to meet the owners as well as the whole team over lunch. Beyond the factory, Norway had more to offer, and Oslo gave me a taste of Scandinavian culture and cuisine. But the highlight? Shooting in the snow. A range set against a frozen backdrop where precision and silence merged in perfect harmony. The trip was more than just an experience. It was a deep dive into the spirit of Norway, where nature, technology and tradition come together in ways you have to see to believe.
Hello, my name is Øyvind. I am a sales manager at Freyr Devik, and I met Alex last year at the shooting show in Birmingham. I know he's using a 281 silencer from us, and it kind of made sense to invite him over to let him see how we make them, what we do here, and of course see a small part of Norway and perhaps do some fun in the snow as well.
So I've decided to present the video in the style that the road trip actually was, and it was a great adventure. So I've travelled from Manchester Airport. Everything was absolutely great. For those who have followed the channel know sometimes I suffer with a little bit of flying, but all was well. I've landed, but then this happened. So going through passport control was really interesting. They asked how long I was here for, that was easy. Then they asked where I was staying, I didn't pass that question. Then I asked who was meeting me, and I had to then try and explain it. Then they said, what are you doing here? I then had to explain that I was doing some filming. She said, like, filming what? And then I had to go through the fact that I'm meeting a company that makes silencers for rifles. Her face then dropped. Yeah, it was a bit touch and go at one point. Anyway, I'm through, so happy days. So I'm waiting to be picked up now. They've had a downpour of snow, but this place is absolutely incredible. Unfortunately, because of the weather and the road conditions, there was a massive delay getting back. So eventually we just got some food, went to bed and then set up for the next day. So the agenda looked a little bit like this. Head over to the Freyr Devik offices, see some assembly, meet the team, have some lunch, chill out.
But this is the most important part of the company. Old broken coffee cup, well used. I'm Freyr, and I'm one of the founders of Freyr Devik. I'm from Iceland originally and moved here to Norway in 2007. Worked in an engineering company in Norway, and there I met Heidi Devik, which is the other part of the company. We married, and we kind of found out that we should rather start our own company than work on other companies' projects. I kind of started as a kid. I was like really crazy about guns and hunting, but nobody in my family did anything like hunting. There was like no guns. My father's family had a farm in Western Iceland. You have geese and grouse. I always liked modifying or making stuff. It's kind of what I've always done. So when we were around 12, 15, we got hold of an air gun, and it was noisy. So we made the first silencer then around 12 years old for this air gun.
It all started a long time ago.
Yeah. I collected all the books of silencer patents. It's a really strange breed of people that are interested in silencers.
You said it.
Yeah, I wanted a silencer that looked good. And when I went with it for goose hunting, I had so much problems with the square butt of the silencer. You can see that if you're hunting in grass, and then the grass will, how do you say, it will not move that much if you have a conical silencer, but if it's square, you will be pulling the grass, and the geese, they're really sensitive to kind of movement. So they know where you are if they just see this movement of the grass, and then you're guaranteed you will not be able to get a shot.
So you started with the back of the moderator.
Yeah, that's kind of the two things we started with. Was I wanted a moderator that looked better than, like, fitted to a classical looking gun, and a moderator that wasn't entangled in vegetation. You also notice if you're carrying it in the woods that it will snag a lot more if you have a square butt. 2016 we quit our jobs and started this company. Like, this is not altogether the conventional way of building a silencer, because a conventional way of building silencer is making many consecutive chambers that are kind of the same. But like this design here, which is the featherweight design, which is kind of our second generation, you can kind of see that there's a silencer inside the silencer. You mount this on a rifle and you shoot, and the bullet will go through the center hole of the silencer, and the gases will be expanding into like different chambers inside the silencer. And here we have the rear silencer, like rear chamber, which is the high pressure chamber, which takes off most of the gas and seals it. And in this case, it has like a titanium piece, which is more resistant to the heat and the abrasion. So the first stage is titanium, and then you have a second stage, which is aluminum. This one, it works like you have these big openings here, and they will let the gas into the chamber that's outside of this tube. This is kind of a very effective way of using the volume of the silencer. And then you have the second silencer inside, which doesn't benefit as much from the volume. So in this way, we can kind of simulate a larger silencer than it is physically. This is typically how all silencer works. They slow the exit of the gases from the shot. And this is my favorite one because it's the first silencer we made, the 280. And this is the last ever silencer of this kind that will be made. It's still not gotten the serial numbers on the top, but it will get the serial number 100,000 because that is coming up soon, and we want to have this, or to kind of mark this as this is the first, and yeah, start off next 100,000. This one, which is our smallest 131, that it has the same suppression rate as our first silencer. So, and the second generation silencer is in between. So all these three will have the same suppression rate. And this is kind of the product development that has happened the last 10 years.
So what's it like working at Freyr Devik?
Nice.
Good.
Yeah?
Chill.
What's the best thing?
The environment, in Norwegian we call it arbeidsmiljø. I don't know the English
The
word.
environment,
Yeah.
the working environment.
And how often do you do this?
Every Friday.
Every Friday?
We take turns making food.
Sorry, one more time. All together, loud. So after a fantastic lunch and meeting the team, it was time to leave and then go and explore Oslo. We had a really good walk around, and eventually we ended up in a restaurant where I was trying a reindeer shank, and it was phenomenal. After a great night's sleep, it was finally time to go to the range.
We are going in my car to the shooting range to have some fun with the silencers today. We're now going to show you the difference between a silencer put on the rifle and shooting without the silencer. We are going to use the 338 Lapua Magnum round, and I think you're going to see some differences. Here we go. And now we're going to put on the Freyr Devik UTS 200 FM silencer on the 338, and let's see if there's a big difference or not. And just for a little fun fact, we just found out that our ammo to silencer weight ratio is 4 of these has the same weight as the silencer. So what's your ratio? A bit different, huh? Now we are going to try the biggest one we make. It's the UTS 300 front-mounted version.
Maintenance part.
The small silencers, or at least the smallest we have, and when you're using them combined with Magnum caliber as a 338, they heat up very fast. For hunting, they're very good. For using them on the shooting range, you need to take some more breaks than you normally do. But then again, they're made for hunting. They will work perfectly on the shooting range, but you will get mirage and you will not be able to see your targets as well when they heat up. But the good thing is that they heat up quite quickly. They also cool down quickly.
Do you normally shoot off of charcoal?
Well, we use anything we have. I mean, that's the way you do when you're hunting. And, well, we had this at hand, so we used it.
Alex asked to talk about care and maintenance, and kind of the main rule is always to dry the silencer as fast as possible after shooting. And the best way of doing it is simply leaving it on for a few minutes and have it in a vertical position. You can put it in the gun rack or whatever, but leave it so that the steam is kind of the heat off the gun, and the silencer drives air through the silencer, and then it dries. And like after 5 minutes, you can just take it off. You can just put a little bit of gun oil inside. And yeah, that's about what you need. But this is kind of what you need in as a normal maintenance for a silencer. And of course, do not pack it in anything that's airtight. Allow it to ventilate.
We then had a lot of fun shooting. First shot, mine's the red one. Oslo has been an incredible experience, from exploring the hunting culture in Norway to seeing how Freyr Devik design and refine their sound moderators. It has been eye-opening. Their dedication to innovation, lightweight engineering and real-world performance really sets them apart. Getting hands-on with even more of their silencers here in Norway's stunning landscapes has only reinforced why I do trust them so much. Their moderators are not just about reducing sound, they improve the whole shooting experience, keeping things lightweight and well balanced without compromising on performance. For the rest of my time in Norway, we walked around Oslo, seeing even more of the sights and having some amazing food. I've thoroughly enjoyed everything that I've done here, and meeting everyone has been incredible. I really hope that I get to come back. If you haven't already, check out what Freyr and Devik are doing. It is next level engineering for hunters. If you've enjoyed the video, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and consider becoming a channel member. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon in the next one.